You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumpin' where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Overall effort coming off the second night of back-to-back. Could have a lot of excuses, but just the competitive fire that your guys had.
Yeah, we fought to the end. Second unit was great. Got us back into that game. Took a 3-point lead with 5 minutes to go. We'll take it. A second night of a back-to-back, getting in at whatever time we got in last night. Guys battled.
And then we talk a lot about the professionalism of Saddiq and just kind of how steady he is. Just in another example of that tonight. What did you see from him?
Another example of that. He's been a pro all year. I'm just not surprised anymore. It's almost like you just expect this out of him. So he's been fantastic every night, road, home, he brings it.
Just kind of going back to the second one. It looked like the end of that second quarter. It looked like maybe it was the second night of the back. All that was kind of wearing on. What did you like about the response in that third quarter?
Yeah, we challenged them there at the half. They responded. I thought we got off to a decent start in the third quarter. Second unit, really, put their foot on the gas and made a nice run there. But overall, good effort. Guys responded second half.
And overall, just what do you think about? Another low turnover night, of just about how this team has started to value the basketball, especially the last month or so.
Yeah, it's important for this team to make the next step. You got to value every possession. Taking care of the ball is important. Setting the defense, not giving them easy stuff, getting shots on goal. It's really important. So and we got guys that are capable of doing that. So it's about making the right play, the smart play, the easy play, the simple play, and trust your teammates. Good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, for all things Pelicans, appreciate you guys being on this episode of PPR. We in this thing, Big Q, DC. Pelicans lose to the 76ers, 124-114 in Philly on the back-to-back. Very interesting game. Nonetheless, a lot of stuff to kind of get into, maybe perhaps not, on this episode of PPR, man. Listening to Borrego, man, and this is why no disrespect to Borrego, man, but we need a coach, man. I don't need
much disrespect to Borrego.
Come on. Well, DC, hold on, bro.
We lost this game because Borrego, bro.
I know, but this is the thing, bro. We need a coach. I don't want a dude to sit up here and talk about on the back-to-back. That's an excuse, man. You knew what the schedule was before the schedule came out. You knew we were going to have back-to-back games. We have a full stock of players. Everybody's healthy except for Murray. But we had everybody. We had Jose. We had Herb. We had everybody. Zion. Everybody was here. So I don't want to hear this stuff about no back-to-back, man. Seriously, this is where the team needs to step up and really need to claim a win. We don't need you giving no accolades and talking about we'll take it. We'll take another loss. What you talking about, bro? That's loser talk, man. That's why I'm saying we need another coach. But, DC, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, man. The Pelicans are day late and dollar show with every goddamn thing. He was such in a rush to preserve Zion tonight. I don't know why. Just decided not to really use him. And that kind of cost us the game. They were playing him, I thought, very aggressively, trying to double him every time he touched the ball. But, that's why you're the coach, man. You're supposed to scheme up ways to get your best player going. And I thought that was a big part of why we lost the game. And then here in this press conference, boy, he sure was in and out of there quick, huh? Unlike how he probably should have been last night, right? Should have been in and out of there fast, man. If you was going to decide to not really use Zion, maybe it would have been a good idea to do that in Memphis game. It was getting up by 14, 15 points and shit. So I don't know, man. The Pelicans, a lot of times it's just like watching them just wound themselves. They almost get in their own way, man. And that's just what it was tonight. Like we had the 76ers, I think, kind of where we wanted them to start out this game. We couldn't do anything to close the deal. They got the lead up, and we right there at the end, man, and we just kind of gave it away, ending the game on 3 straight possessions of them hitting 3-pointers, man. It's just crazy. You just almost can't make it up. It's just weird how we lose games. It'd be one thing if we did everything right. You had Zion in the game with 4 minutes left instead of him coming back in at the minute and 40-something second mark. Just weird, man. I just hate losing like that when it's just such incompetence. Like, you're going down the stretch, major key moments. Why is Jose taking 3? I think it was like 3 straight 3-pointers. What is this shit? You're not gonna draw a play?
Do we run up right? Do we run? I was telling my girl this. I was like,
man,
do we run plays? I mean,
no,
guys come
that's his
down
goal
and
is to
jack
not
up
run
shots.
Plays, Q. He said he wanted to be a free-flowing offense to where the goal is for him to not have to run plays. The man said that.
Oh, come on,
and
man.
He's sticking true to that shit.
Well, I'm just like I said, man. We need a coach. We need somebody here that ain't talking about no free. How you have a free flowing system with an undisciplined bunch of group of
exactly.
players?
I get the whole free flowing thing, and I think that works for veteran teams who've been together, who know a bunch of sets like the back of their hand and all of that. I don't think it's a bad thing. But you trying to do that with the Pelicans? No, man. You need to spoon feed them. Figure out stuff that work. We need to keep doing it till we can't do it no more. You need to damn near treat games like practice before you call yourself being free flowing and all that. But that is the problem, man. Everybody on this team, they have a little too much leniency in looking at how the game started. How do you go a whole first quarter without Zion taking a shot? Whether he being passive or not, how do you not scheme up something to force an attempt from him? A whole first quarter. It don't make sense, man. So, we already know what it is. Borrego got to be up out of here. I think a basketball mind, I still do think he is a good one. There's been a lot of things I've seen improvements with this team. Like, they had the stats up there showing how we're 3rd in the NBA in January for the way we perform in the clutch, right? Pretty poor indication of how that looked tonight, but it's a lot of things that have improved, man. But to me, it's just the stench of Willie Green is just still on him. I don't know if he's just become tainted by Willie Green like Jordan Hawkins is, or if this is always who Borrego was, man. Somebody who does some brilliant things and just drops the ball on other things. So it's common sense things, is what it is, though. Shout out to Saddiq Bey, though. Saddiq Bey played his ass off tonight, though.
Yeah, it was just not enough stops, man. And they talk about the clutch time stats on mentioned that on the Pelicans broadcast, but it didn't mean nothing tonight. I mean, we hear the coach. What really kind of steams me is the excuses, man. That's I don't want to hear it, man. I mean, this team is 13-38. They're 5-19 on the road. The coach comes out and talk about, it was a tough game. It was on the back to back, which is an indictment on you, because that means that you haven't gotten your team conditioned enough to be able to do this. You knew what the schedule was before the season started. Everybody did. We went over the schedule prior to the season. We went exclusively over the back-to-back games. We went over that. So it wasn't a surprise that during the NBA season, there'll be games that's not for your benefit. That's what the conditioning is for. That's what the discipline is supposed to be for. For you to sit up here and talk about having, it's a back-to-back game, all this. I don't want to hear nothing about no back-to-back game, bro. What's the rest of the excuses for the other 38 losses that we accounted for this year? It's just you got to hold these people accountable. You have to hold them accountable. And when we have an unaccountable dude like this, giving them credit and accolades, talking about we'll take it, and they losing the game by 10 points tonight, what you talking about you taking? The L? Because that's all you getting. It's just time. We need a tough, no BS coach to get these people together, man. We have all the talent in the world. I'm tired of head coaches just completely mismanaging talented players, or even if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, just checking them and getting them in line, putting them on roll. I don't like this free-flowing stuff because it's undisciplined. It ends up falling onto the defense where guys still not switching correctly, guys not covering them, guys still getting wide open 3-point shots. It's just the same over. When they don't pick up nobody 90 feet and put any pressure on them, they allow them just to walk up the ball. There's still guys backpedaling as opposed to running down the court to catch the transition. It's just the same stuff over and over again that's beating this team. They beat themselves because they're not disciplined enough when it matters. And like I said, man, we need a real coach. We have not had a real coach down here in a while, man. We need a real coach with a real system that has a resume that will command these players, whoever that is. After all this stuff is after the trade deadline, whatever offseason is, we need a real coach with a real system, with a real resume that can take possession of this team and take them and have them playing on most nights a respectable brand of basketball that we can be proud of. I don't want to hear no bum-ass coach get on at the end of the press conference and talk about he proud of a team that lost by 10 points when they actually had the game in part. It's just the same stuff over and over again, and it's getting really tired. It's beyond tired, to be honest with you. It really is. Like Joe Dumars, man, you can trade away Jose, you can do all this other stuff, bro, but until you get this head coach position right, bro, this team is not going to succeed in any consistent manner. We have to get the head coach together, and we got to get a decent staff. You mentioned the ghost of Willie Green. Yeah, hell yeah, the ghost of Willie Green still exists. It's Borrego. It's all his assistants. All these assistants, they have to go. They do not have the formula that's needed to put together a competent team to play most nights. They say the things that are wrong with the team, but cannot consistently fix them. I'm tired of watching it. I'm tired of watching this stuff. We back-to-back. I don't care about back-to-back. We know about the back-to-backs. They supposed to be practicing. They're not working part-time fixing no trucks or nothing, DC, or whatever, doing a regular person's job. These people, all they get paid big-time money for is to practice and play basketball and hoop. If they're not conditioned enough to play a back-to-back game, then what we talking about here? What we talking about here? It's a bad, it was a tough one. It's a back-to-back. Get out of here with that, man. I don't want to hear that stuff. Anyway, let's shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream, man. OG, I see you, brother. Perrin, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the chat as well. Jess, shout out to Jess, Jaden, Stephanie, shout out to y'all. Bird Talks, what's up, fam? Appreciate you. What's up, Keno? Shout out to you, brother. J. Carv in the building. Big ups to you, man, as well. Miggy, what's happening, Miggy? Big ups to you, brother. Appreciate you as well. Giving a shout out to all the fam, because you guys are the ones is what is all gravy. What's up, Fist of the Black Star? These are things that we watch every night. What's up, Benny? So, we watch this crap every night, man. I just wondering when we could put something together. Zion, DC, Zion, let me go over these stats, bro. This is crazy. Zion played 30 minutes tonight, had 11 points and 5 rebounds. We could have definitely used some production tonight, to be quite honest with you, man. We could have used some production. Anyway, let me hit this up, man, and get into some of this right here, man, in the stream, man, as DC having some issues. You right there? You there, DC? Unmute, bro. All right, you having some kind of issues here. Unmute yourself. All right. Okay. he has some kind of issues. But until he get that worked out, let's get into the stats, man, right quick. The Pels, man. Tonight, what can we tell, fam? They were 40 of 92 for 43%. The Sixers, 45 for 94 for 48%. Pelicans were respectable shooting from downtown. They were 15 of 36 for 42%. The Sixers was 17 of 36 for 47. So 6 points more from the three-point line. You right? So the Pelicans were 19 of 22 from the foul line. That was 86%. Very respectable, beyond respectable. Sixers were 17 to 23 for 74. Pelicans had 46 rebounds, 52 for the Sixers. The assist game, 28-23 in favor of the Sixers. 5-5 on the steals, 11-4 blocks Pels way. The turnovers, Pelicans kept the turnovers down yet again. They had 10 turnovers. They gave up 12 off of those versus the Sixers, 10 giving up 17 off of theirs. The fast break game went to the Sixers 16-11, and the points in the paint also went the Sixers' way 50-46. So it's just very interesting, to be honest with you, to keep it moving. All right, let's hit the individual box because this is really interesting, man. The top scorer tonight is Saddiq Bey. Just continues to show up big for the Pelicans. 34 points, 32 minutes. What can we say about it? He was efficient too, 12 of 19 from the field. He hit 4 of 7 from downtown for Saddiq, and he was perfect from the foul line, 6 for 6. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists for Saddiq Bey, man. He was big in this game. 34 big game points from him. 19 from Trey Murphy, trying to get up out of that slump. Trey, 8 of 21 from the field. He was 3 of 11 from downtown. He finished with 19 points in 38 minutes. 9 rebounds against 2. He also had 2 assists in the matchup. 11 from Zion Williamson. That's right, 11. In 30 minutes, 11 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 7 of 9 from the foul line. 5 rebounds for Zion Williamson with 2 blocks. 11 points, 30 minutes. Can't happen. That can't happen. Zion meets his average. The Pelicans they probably would have won this game. He meets his average. You can't play 30 minutes and only score 11 points unless you're hurt. And I understand it's how Borrego used him. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. And of course, Derik Queen in 19 minutes, he had 9 points, 3 of 8 from the field. He had a 3-pointer, hit both foul shots, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. For Queen, it was not the same energy we seen the other night. Herb Jones in 31 minutes, 5 points from Herb, 2 of 5 shooting. He had a 3-pointer, 5 assists to go along with a rebound from Herb. Not much offensively speaking. Off the bench, we had Jose Alvarado with 18 minutes, 10 points. He hit 3 3-pointers, was 3 of 8 from downtown, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Jose. 12 from Jeremiah Fears in 21 minutes, 4 of 12, 2 of 4 from downtown. He had both foul shots, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals for him. He was +7 on the night. Yves Missi had 7 points in 28 minutes with 8 rebounds and 3 assists, 4 blocks for him, +4. Karlo Mekovic in 16 minutes had 2 points and 5 boards, 2 steals, 2 blocks for him. Peavy in 9 minutes had 5 points and an assist in the game, and that's pretty much what we have from the Pelicans, man. It was just not enough. And of course, you look at the other side. It was Joel Embiid. He was on one against the Pelicans, man. In this one, he played 39 minutes and had 40 points. That shows you pretty much how he was doing it. He went to the foul line 14 times, hit 11 of 14. He was 13 of 27 from the field. He also hit 3 3-pointers in this game and also dished out 4 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, but had a steal and 2 blocks. He was +16. He led the way. 19 from Kelly Oubre in 30 minutes. He hit 3 3-pointers, and he collected 10 rebounds and 4 assists. He was +11. Maxey really didn't, he was kind of he wasn't all that. He hit some shots and did some things. But really, they played better as a team. Maxey finished with 18 points. He was 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 9 from downtown. He had 5 rebounds and 8 assists to go along with that. VJ Edgecombe in 37 minutes, 15 points, hit a couple of three-pointers, had 5 assists and 3 rebounds, was knocking down shots later in the game for them. And you can see they just did what they did. 12 off the bench from Jared McCain, came in there and knocked down 4 3-pointers on the Pelicans. I swear a couple of them was open.
Yeah, well, I hate to say it to you, so.
Well, yeah, we talked about McCain. McCain really didn't do nothing, but he put up 12 points. I mean, previous games, he kind of up and down. But he got 17 minutes and put in 12 points on the Pelicans off the bench. Like I said, 4 3-pointers. So the Pelicans go down by 10 in Philly. Philly leads the series now 1-0. The next time the Pelicans have an opportunity to get some get back against Philly, it'll be February the 21st in the Smoothie King Center. So we need to consider, getting back at them. But anyway, DC, go ahead, bro. Your breakdown before we lead off into the.
Yeah, man. If you'd have told me the Pelicans was gonna have 11 blocks and shoot, what did they shoot? 42% from the 3-point line. I'd automatically thought that was a dub, man. And under 10 points, they held the 76ers under 10 points, man. It's almost like you look at some of this stuff and the things we have problems doing, we were able to do it through the night, at a very respectable clip. But we find a way to lose, man. That's what the Pels do sometimes, and it's just annoying, man. You get tired of it, and the one consistent thing that we have is the same coaching staff. Willie Green is gone, the head of it. You got to get him out of here. But they 46 points in the paint to Philly's 50, so we allowed them to beat us in the paint there. Had no answer for Joel Embiid. Dropped 40 points tonight, man. We all saw that coming, but you couldn't let him and Tyrese Maxey go off. And, they didn't. What did Tyrese Maxey have? We probably had like 20 or something. He was probably more than likely below his average. 18 points. You held Tyrese Maxey to 18 points. This is a good dude who's scoring 30 points a game. Kelly Oubre, he showed up. He averages 14, but held him to 19. VJ rookie got 15. So you put yourself in good position, man. You let McCain come off the bench and do what he did with those 3-pointers, like you said. But just I think the matchups we went with, and sometimes with some of the substitutions, man, didn't make sense to me. Not getting Zion to take more shot attempts is crazy, man. Zion with 6 field goal attempts? It's like, what? And out of them 6 field goal attempts, Zion got to the line. He was 7 for 9 from the free throw line. Like, why? Why? That's hot. Matter of fact, when I saw Zion, it was at the 9-minute mark. And they took all Philly's fouls away. So that means every time we get fouled, we going to the line, bro. And they rode that way for a while. Zion was giving us offense, right? Got us back in the game. Got us to, I think, take the lead before they set him down around the 6-minute mark, right? Man, you're supposed to sit Zion down a couple of minutes, let him get some Gatorade, and throw him back out there. Why are you trying to – Zion didn't get back in the game till a minute and 40-something seconds. When he looked his most impactful, we set him down and give him a break, and he basically didn't get back out there until the game was out of reach. Because when I'm looking at him running up to the table, it's like the 3-minute mark, and Philly has the ball, and guess what they do? I think they hit a 3 or they scored or whatever. Now it's a 4-point lead. When it was a 2-point lead, but get him in the game. And then by the time Zion, I think, wound up getting in the game, it was like a 6-point lead.
Yep.
It's shit over. You know what I'm saying? And we hit a 3 or something, I think. And then we went on each possession and gave 3 consecutive 3-pointers. I ain't gonna say they automatically had this game in the bag or they would have won this game, but I shouldn't have been turning my TV off with 40 or 50 seconds left. This game should have went down to the last seconds if it was managed properly, and it wasn't. And he went home with them 2 timeouts in his bag that he was scared to use so you could put Zion back in the game, which would have made all the sense in the world. Because that's the person, him and Saddiq, putting pressure on the rim, man, and forcing somebody to foul him. It's an automatic trip to the free throw line, man. You're in the bonus. You was in the bonus for 9 minutes, and we did a piss poor job of utilizing that, man, and taking advantage of it. And it's just sad because I think you put yourself in position to go ahead and take this game because Philly, they had it right there, man. They was ready to give it to us, but the Pels couldn't go and take it. Trey came back tonight. He's still in a little bit of a funk. 8 for 21. It's sad to say that's an improvement over what he's been doing, right? He's 8 for 21, but sure enough, it is. And I've seen a few people, while you glance at social media, go to Twitter a lot, and I saw some people saying Saddiq Bey should never have more field goal attempts than Zion and da. But man, Saddiq Bey was 12 of 19 tonight for 34 goddamn points. If you gonna play like that, I don't care how many shot attempts you got. You shooting like that, you scoring like that. Saddiq Bey was not a reason we lost this game. He was the only reason we was in it. Derik Queen, I thought he was playing well, and Borrego subbed him out. And when he came back in, he just kind of lost all that magic he had. He started off pretty aggressive, He was on 9 and 5. That was probably like the first or the second quarter. He had 9 and 5. And he ends the game with 9, 6, 2, and 3 turnovers. So I don't know, man. I think sometimes we got the same problem with taking guys out when you shouldn't. Like we want to stick to, I guess, our minutes thing. But sometimes, man, I think you should just let these guys out, stay out there. I think Derik Queen probably should have stayed out there a little longer when he had things going. But, he was obviously making some mistakes on the defensive end, and Embiid was eating them alive, right? We put Messi out there on Embiid. He didn't really stop anything, although I think Messi played phenomenal. But, I mean, he's just, there's no answer for Embiid. And I just wonder what would have happened if at that 9-minute mark, what Zion was at, man, just leave him out there. Let Zion play 38 minutes for once. He played his 25th consecutive game. He's never done that in his career. Never played 25 consecutive games. He did that tonight. Maybe things have changed a little bit, and he can actually play a quarter without having to sit down and get iced out.
More things change, the more they stay the same is all I know, man. It's regardless of not that fantastic stat on Zion, it still ended in the way it usually ends with the Pelicans, collecting another L tonight, bro. That's the 38th loss of the season for the team. And, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just tired of the whole stinking thing. I'm tired of the whole stinking thing, man. It's not quantum physics. It's basketball, man. You cannot use the excuse that they're shorthanded. I hear these people. I hear on their own broadcast. That's why, I listen to them. But, at the same time, I understand it's an operation that's ran by the team. So they control the media coverage and the spin about it. Like
they say we shorthanded. That's what they were saying.
No, they're saying that it was the second of a back-to-back. And they was talking about what time they got. Should I play Borrego for you, talking about what time they got in the goddamn hotel?
Well, why you didn't put Jordan Poole in the game then? Because he didn't play at all.
Because he lied the last time and told you that he got him ready and he ready whenever I needed him to put him in there. No,
he's talking about it was the rotation or something, some bullshit too.
Man, please.
Man, they gotta be trading him at this point because, we have these lapses, man, where the Pelicans go 3 and 4 and 5 minutes, multiple points in the game, bro, where they can't score. And what do? We don't change shit up. We just keep doing the same thing.
They say they got some sort of offense. They're talking about free flowing. The ball sticks all the time. Guys get caught with the ball in their hands. They don't circulate. Well, whose problem is that, DC? It's up to the coach to find one. I mean, you have a young guy. You got to teach him how to move the ball around. But instead, he switched up the lineup, put the young man on the bench, and put Herb in there. And then you got Derik Queen, the center, running it. Then you circulated to Herb. As long as you got an inconsistent ball handler, bro, things are going to be weird with the Pelicans. Right. It really is. It's just, it's not a floor general. It's just whoever wants to play point guard can play point guard, man. And your boy Borrego still don't have a feel for any rotation, really, to be honest with you. He got all his guys. He don't know what he doing. He don't know what rotation. He can't solve the starting five. He damn sure can't start the top 5 bench rotators. He can't do that. There's no continuity off the bench. There's no continuity in the starting lineup. Who are we playing through in these games to win? I mean, tell me who you can't get away from. I don't care how new age or contemporary the bullshit that they're spilling. You're always supposed to operate with roles, regardless or not. That basketball is not a game of chaos; it's a game of order. Somebody has to be the priority, and it goes A, B, C, and further down depending on where you go. But there's supposed to be a guy or a player on this team that you play through. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the best guy that handles whatever. And we're supposed to play through that guy. The Pelicans don't do any of that. That's why they failing, because night to night, it's not a consistent person the Pelicans are playing through to win games. Even if they talk about Zion's gravity, they don't stay with that.
Don't utilize it.
They don't utilize it. They got the man standing on the 3-point line. I'm like, why is Zion standing on the 3-point line? The man don't shoot no threes.
How do we not have teams in constant rotation, Big Q, with somebody like Zion?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. These guys, and then it ain't like Borrego just got here. Borrego been with this team for what? This is his 4th year since he's been here? His 3rd or 4th year? I don't know. But the guy's been with these players.
It don't even matter at this point.
It don't matter because he won't be here for next year. I promise you that much.
I think it's his 2nd. I think it's his.
I don't want to say it's his 3rd year.
His 2nd or 3rd.
I want to say.
I mean, when did Willie Green get his coaching staff? Because remember, he came in and he still had some of these dudes on the coaching staff that been there already.
I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up, but I won't. I want to say
we still got people from Stan Van Gundy coaching staff, bro. It's crazy. And Casey Hill was here with Alvin Gentry. Why the hell is Casey Hill still here?
Because the Pelicans are serious about building no real staff. They're cheap. They got to change that. Borrego currently in interim. Let me see. Trying to find out when.
Whenever Willie got to pick some of his coaches,
he joined back in June of 2023.
Okay, so he's been there 3 years.
Yeah.
June so he came with Collins, because that's when
Collins came.
Willie finally got to choose his coaching staff.
Yeah. Yep. He brought Collins from wasn't Collins with Golden State?
Right.
Yeah. So he brought he was.
He brought Collins and Borrego. And,
hired by the Pelicans on June the 3rd.
Well, Fred Vincent did he bring Fred? No, Fred Vincent was already here.
Yeah, Freddie V was already. I mean, Freddie, he was here already.
Who else he brought? He brought another couple of guys, man. Willie brought another couple of guys.
Does it really?
I know he brought Aaron Miles to replace. I think Corey might have already been here.
He brought in Aaron Miles to replace your girl.
To replace Vince.
Teresa.
Man. That was to replace Vince.
No, that's Jody Meeks. He brought in to replace.
So he brought Aaron Miles in to replace Teresa Witherspoon.
That's right.
Did he bring in Teaspoon? Like, I got shit.
I don't.
This shit's fuzzy, man. I don't even remember no more.
I don't remember, but I know Jody Meeks replaced Fred Benson. Jody Meeks is supposed to be the shooting coach. He's supposed to be the shooting coach, and he ain't doing. It's no impact.
And we need to get somebody with Herb, because Herb looked a hell of a lot better under Fred Vincent.
A lot of people did. A lot of people did. They should have kept hold of them.
I don't think it was they should have. I think he decided to leave. He left with the Trajan regime, man. He wanted to go over there and get from up under David Griffin, and rightfully so. I ain't even mad at him, bro. I wouldn't have wanted to be with that dude either.
Yeah, a lot of them left from up in here to get away from that guy, man. And look what Trajan Langdon did with Detroit when he was able actually to be a real general manager and not be an F-boy for David Griffin, telling him what to do and screwing up his lineups and everything.
Right.
Pinning his people down. Look what Detroit doing. Trajan Langdon and turned that team completely all around. And even to a degree, the mime out there in Atlanta, he's doing a better job than what we doing down here. So a lot of these players are leaving, and this personnel leaving.
They to be continued, though. Q. They I don't know,
better than us though, dog. They doing better.
Trey Young trade look like it might come to haunt them, man. They up and down right now. They don't have that same magic that Dyson extension and the Trey Young trade might not. Oh, we got everybody.
Okay, there you go. Then they doing better.
I think the only people we better than is Sacramento, right? Sacramento and probably another few teams in the East, but
well, we'll see Milwaukee and all them coming up soon because that's the stretch of games. This loss right here starts the.
Milwaukee should be a winnable game. There's no Giannis.
I'm not even going there with you, bro, because we already covered this crap. So this the first one right here. Philadelphia, which is a 10-point loss right here. The Pelicans will travel to Charlotte on February the 2nd to take on the Hornets. Then they'll travel 2 days later to take on Milwaukee in Milwaukee. Then they'll go 2 days later to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. And then they'll get about 3 days before they'll see Sacramento on the following Monday. So the next 3 games are all road games. And, of course, the February the 6th game puts us 1 day past the February the 5th trade deadline. So in the next couple of games, we'll see what they're trying to hold on to and see what packages they're putting together for Jordan Hawkins, who's not playing, for Kayvon Looney, who's not playing. Perhaps he's a throw-in player. We don't know. We'll see what the Pelicans
It looks like they're doing something, man.
Yeah, they up to something, bro. But anyway, let's get into the preview of the next matchup right here, family. And this is the next one we got tuned up for y'all. It's a matchup against the Charlotte Hornets. Of course, the Hornets are 22-28. The Pelicans, however, on a 2-game winning streak, currently on the Hornets. So we are winning. We're on a 2-game winning streak, which is a positive.
And if you look at problem with the Hornets, Q, this is gonna be a tough one, bro.
It's all of them a tough one, bro.
You get to them damn 3-pointers, man.
Yeah, you can look at it, bro. Yeah, they light you up, man.
That's a hot kryptonite right there.
15th in the NBA in terms of scoring, 116.8, and they hold you down to about short of 115. That's 13 in the NBA. Pelicans 21st and 28th respectively in terms of those categories. They shoot almost 46% from the field, 20 in the NBA. The Pelicans are 46 with 23rd. You look at the 3-pointers made. They are 3rd in the NBA in shooting and making 3-pointers, which they make over 15 of them a game. The Pelicans less than 11, almost dead last. You look at the attempts. They're 5th in the NBA in shooting 3-pointer attempts, 41 a game. The Pelicans 32 for 27. So that's 5th for the Hornets, 3-point attempts. The percentages, they shoot that ball well, 37%. That's 5th in the NBA. The Pelicans are 33%, which is dead last. You look at the foul attempts, they're not very good there, 23 a game for 22nd. The Pelicans are top 10 there, 25 there. The rebounding, they're top 17, 46 a game for Charlotte, 44 for the Pelicans, which is middle of the pack. They assist the ball well, 27 a game. That's 10th in the NBA. The Pelicans at 25. That's 27th. The turnovers, 29th ranked turnover team, prone, 16 of them. Pelicans at 14. That's 12th. Doing a good job. Pelicans are not turning the ball over. We're just not executing when it matters. And, of course, you see the Pelicans, they get 9 steals a game, ranked 7th. The Hornets at 6.7, which is 30th. And, of course, the blocks per game, Pelicans 4.6 is 19th. The Hornets right behind them with 20th. Like I said, they have a 2-game. They being the Hornets Pelicans have a 2-game winning streak over the Hornets currently. And like I said, they shoot it well. Their top player is Miller. Brandon Miller is the top guy right there, averaging almost 21 points a game for the team. LaMelo Ball, I think he's healthy, man. Matter of fact, I think he is. He healthy, and there you
That's
go.
why they've been looking good as of late because he's
Mm-hmm.
healthy.
Yeah, and DC they're really cooking with gas, man. They won 5 of 5 the last 5 contests they've won, and they're on a 6-game losing streak. I mean, winning streak actually. So they 6
You don't
game
even know
winning
what
streak.
that feel like.
Right. Oh no, they won 6 in a row, bro, and they 4.5 games back catching
People ain't no
Orlando and
joke,
Miami.
man.
That's tied for the Southeast. So yeah, they're healthy. We're healthy.
We were
And
supposed to be on have at least a couple of game win streak tonight with Prescription P.
I was looking for.
balling out.
I thought that would be an assist. I thought that would be a help, but it wasn't. So DC, listen to the last 6 teams. The Charlotte Hornets have won. They beat the Magic. We can't buy a win from them. They did beat the Wizards. They beat the Sixers, who we lost to tonight. They bludgeoned the Sixers 130-93. They beat the Grizzlies. They beat the Mavericks by 2, and then they beat the Spurs the other night, 111-106. So some quality wins for Charlotte, making a move. 6 straight games.
They held Cleveland to 94 points, even though they lost that game.
That's right, 94-87, bro.
Beat the Nuggets, Q.
I know, yeah.
And the Lakers.
110-87.
Beat the Lakers.
135-117. Yes, indeed. They are definitely an interesting team.
Beat
Like
the
I said,
Jazz 150-95.
They shoot the ball well, bro. They shoot it well. So LaMelo's back. You got, Canupo's back. Brandon Miller, Bridges, Diabate, Colin Saxton is there. So I mean, they got quite.
I don't like what it's going, Q.
I'm just saying, man. It's a lot of people believing that the Pelicans could be a team to do something here, man. But this team is healthy. They shoot the 3-point ball well. Pelicans don't particularly defend the 3-ball well. Borrego's going back to his old stomping grounds, man. Is it for the win? Are we going to get a win, collect a win in them old stomping grounds, DC?
Well, I definitely think it's possible, but dude, talking like that, anything is possible, right? But with this team, man, I don't know, Q. I think we lose. Because my
It's definitely
concern,
a loss, cuz.
my
It's definitely a loss.
concern with this team, man, if anything, is our kryptonite that we just can't seem to overcome. It's when teams are extremely efficient from that 3-point line, man. And you looking at the Charlotte Hornets, man, you got Brandon Miller. He's shooting 37% from the 3-point line. You got LaMelo Ball shooting 37%. Con Knipple is shooting 42% from the 3-point line. This dude is a rookie. And then if you somehow manage to slow down those guys, right? Then you got to deal with Colin Saxton coming off the bench. People be forgetting he over there. I don't know, man. The weakest area on this team for us is our guards. And it just seems like the Hornets, they full of them, man. They full of them, man. They got 3 guards that I don't think is a good matchup for us at all. So far as point production and slowing those guys down, man, I'm not sure it's possible. But the one thing I can say is Borrego should know some of these guys on this team. I think he was there for Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball. I don't know about Brandon Miller. I don't think he was, familiar with his game. So I don't know. Maybe he got something where he can he knows where he can make things difficult for LaMelo, that he can pull out certain defenses.
Don't forget Bridges either, man. They say Bridges shooting 34% from downtown.
Yeah, Bridges is another.
We lost your sound, brother. But
I know. I'm sorry, man. I had to tell the baby good night. But yeah, man, I can't forget about Bridges, but I don't consider him, extremely high efficient 3-point shooter. But nonetheless, he'll tell your ass out the frame. Like, And we ain't even get to what is their rookie from? Didn't they have like a high draft pick from last year? I forgot that guy's name. What is he doing? Not familiar with him.
Hold on.
Tajadi with a Tajina. No, he ain't. Well, he ain't doing. He averaging 6 points, so ain't nothing to write home about. And they still got Grant Williams on the roster too, man. And you know who probably kill us, Q?
Cool.
Guess who we got to see?
Who?
Antonio Reeves. They got Antonio Reeves.
Oh no.
They give him 8 minutes a night. It'll be our luck. He come out there and be shooting that thing and pluck our eyes out, man. But now, this is a difficult team. Just purely because of the 3-point shooting. Now, if we can go in there, they're not a team I don't think that can handle us in the paint, though. If we can go in there and dominate the paint, kill them on the boards, and get way more free throw attempts than them and knock them down, I think that would be the recipe for victory. But if we come on that first quarter, man, and they do something like we've seen been done to the Pelicans before, drop a 40-point, 43-point quarter, something hitting 3-pointers and all that shit all over the place, it's over because they're going to be then swayed the refs. The refs are going to kind of favor the Hornets more. It's going to be kind of hard for us to win that game that way. So we got to come out with our chin strap buckle, man, and hit the ground running to start this game. And we got to out hustle them. And we can't get caught up in trying to match them 3 for 3 because they're going to hit some threes. But we can't think, especially if we don't have them falling that night. Because, some nights, like tonight, we actually were pretty decent from the 3-point line. But in my opinion, our overconfidence in the 3-point line is partially what led to our loss. Because we just out there haphazardly throwing up threes and shit in crucial possessions of the game. When, we hitting them tonight, but you don't want to, in your crucial possessions, man, just go on a whim with that shit. Philly went down and hit threes on 3 straight possessions, but that's how they play. They do that. You got Maxey and you got Joel Embiid hitting those threes. We got Jose Alvarado.
Edgecombe was hitting them suckers too.
Edgecombe hit 1-3 and to end out the game. But we had Jose Alvarado shooting goddamn threes to end out the game. Now, I ain't mad at Jose for taking the shots. He was open, but it's just like, man, you got to go for what you know at the end of the game, man, your bread and butter. And I don't consider that our bread and butter. They can't go against the Charlotte Hornets, man, and try to do that. This is going to be an L for sure.
Well, I mean, Joel Embiid, he hit 3. Kelly Oubre hit 3. Tyrese Maxey hit 4. Edgecombe hit 2. And Jared McCain hit 4 3-pointers. So, yeah. And this is a team where if you watch how Charlotte played, it's been some really excellent ball because they move up and down the court and they be knocking them shots down, man. Plus LaMelo Ball is good. He good assisting, moving the ball around. So it's one of these situations, man. The Hornets have found an identity. They're just not very good on the defensive end. I mean, but they have grit with Miles Bridges. He works there. Grant Williams is a physical player. That Ryan Kalkbrenner center, he's a hustler. So, they got Diabate, a shot blocker, rebounder type. So, I mean, 6-game winning streaks don't grow on trees, man. And these guys here, they're playing inspired ball now that they're healthy. Pelicans, a lot of times people would say, a lot of these media people would say the reason why the Pelicans are losing games because they're not healthy. Pelicans have all their people except for Murray. And they still consistently losing these games they're supposed to win because they can't close out because it's always some schematic issue toward the back of the game, and then you get the coach come out and does exactly what Willie Green. It's the same stuff, man. They're like, man, is it just him? But he was just a figurehead for all the F stuff that was going on because the coaches they all sound the same way. They still give out accolades and talk about they'll take such and such and you lose by 10 in the game. And then talk about getting to the hotel. What does that got to do with anything? You losing the game? How about giving your check back? How about that? If you can't do the job,
boy, that'll show something. Huh? Get some people moving. Huh?
If you can't do the job, if you can't do the damn job, then get your damn check back, man. I don't want to hear about what time you got to the hotel. I don't want to hear about the fact that it was a back-to-back. We've been knowing that. People do not want to hear that. Y'all make way too much money to be complaining about what time the bus got there to the damn place. Y'all are professional, supposed to be well-conditioned athletes. You're not going to be on back-to-backs every night, so you're going to have to bring it on some nights. It's not back-to-back every night for these people. It's not. So some of this stuff you're going to have to be called upon to win. They actually got teams that win back-to-backs. Go fancy that. They got teams that win back-to-backs. You know what that is the grit and toughness of it. And we talked about it in the previous matchup. I say if the Pelicans can go into Philly and beat the Sixers, a tough team that had everybody except for we didn't know about Paul was going to get knocked off for 25 games for whatever he did with this prescription medicine stuff or whatever it was. So that was a plus. He would have probably cooked you for 15, 18 points. But, they still couldn't get a win. They still could not get a win, man, and it's just the same stuff over and over again with the Pelicans. They're not mentally tough enough as a team. They still don't have an identity. They're still very much undisciplined. The coach, after all of these games, this guy had been coaching this team as an interim coach since sometime in November when he took over. Fam, it's February. Isn't it February the 1st today? Or is it what? It's the 31st. Yeah, it's almost about an hour and some change. Yeah, in a couple hours it'll be an hour and a half. It'll be the 1st. And this guy's been here. That's more than enough time to figure out what you got to deal with, to come up with a rotation. Guys are healthy. We're supposed to be winning games right now, man. We have Jose and Herb Jones healthy. Saddiq, Zion, Trey, everybody. We got it all. And we still can't win. We still losing games. So, I mean, you miss me with that, man. I want to empty out and get rid of all of these coaches, man, because I do not want to hear these excuses about schedule issues and all this nonsense. If you had a problem with that, you should have brought up a grievance when they were putting the damn schedule together. Or just don't take the job because it's too tough. Either way, I don't want to hear it, man. Either way, I don't want to hear the shit, man. All right. But anyway, DC, go ahead, bro.
I wanted to read this comment up there, bro. 5-0 says, it's been bad when the Hornets pass you up. We should have been named the New Orleans Crawfish because we bottom feeders. And he made me think of my late uncle.
And always backing up, too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. My late uncle said that. They said the Pelicans, they renaming the team. I said, what you think they ought to name them, Mom? He said, man, we ought to name them the New Orleans Crawfish because they could just back up down the court. Yeah, me cracking up. I can't say it like him. Rest in peace to DJ Killer Win, man. My uncle, funny dude. But yeah, man, it's crazy. What we were looking at, where we at. You thought last year was something, and we'd lose our way into some victory somehow this year, but pretty much in the same place, man. At least we look like we're gonna win more than 21 games, so guess that'll be a plus. Hopefully, if we're lucky, they can make it to 30 games.
There go DC with that hopium bull crap.
I just said hopefully. I mean, you've been selling it around here, man. I sniffed the bag of that shit a few times, and then I got mad at you when you made me relapse.
You the one. You
called me out for being a hopium dealer.
You bringing it by the bushels. I don't know what
I said we gonna lose. That ain't selling hope, nigga.
I hope.
I said we gonna lose.
Hoping.
Man, hope. Man, the Obama campaign is over, man. Ain't no goddamn hope. But
that's you talking hope, boy.
Nah, I ain't talking hope right now. I ain't talking no hope right now.
The problem is you trying to talk with your shit and you don't know nothing. What's to stop y'all keep talking? Huh? You keep talking, man.
Oh, that's what this is.
Don't matter who did what.
I was trying to find.
He's trying to tell me, won't you just shut the fuck up?
No, I was trying to find the one where he talked about hope, man. I don't know what I did with it, man.
I forgot. Damn, you gotta find that one, man. I forgot. It's been so long since we played it. I kind of forgot it.
I forgot that one, bro.
I forgot it, bro. But man, you ain't no problem with that, bro. Because if any little hope you think you probably could have had, the Pelicans, they know how to kill that shit, man. It's like what that place them heroin addicts go? Like the methadone clinic for hope. They stomp that shit right on out, Q.
Yeah,
they want you hopeless, distraught, and destitute out shit. That's why you got so many people they be talking about, man. They start want to fire the owner and go ahead and move the team. And you be thinking there's people from other states or something that's saying that. It be goddamn Pelicans fans. They sick of the pain, man. And I get it because some of the stuff we just see out here, man, it's like, wow. Every time you think you've reached a low, it's a new low. Not that this game was, but it's just the situation and the predicament that they're in. You're looking at it, man. I'm just curious to see what they're going to pull off before February 5th because obviously something is lined up. You're holding Jordan Poole. He's not playing. For some reason, Jordan Hawkins and Kevon Looney can't even get garbage time minutes. So something's got to be going on. So I guess until then, man, we just going to have to see. Hopefully, Zion could come out this next game and try to catapult the Pels to victory because I think it would take a Herculean effort from Trey Murphy for us to get the dub against the Hornets. But the way things have been going, I don't see that happening, and I think we probably get another L before we start stacking some more wins in the win column again.
Yep. Unfortunately, man, this Charlotte game is gonna be a tough one, man. Another tough one because the Pelicans they got 3 games on the road. They won't come back to the Smoothie King Center until Monday, February the 9th. Then they'll be here for Sacramento, Miami, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Golden State. So we got some tough games coming up in the month of February, man. To start off February, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Minnesota away, then come home for Sacramento, Miami, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Golden State.
That's not a bad run, though, man. I mean, we can beat Milwaukee. I've seen the Pelicans at their best. Milwaukee.
I can't say nothing about it, DC, because
there's no Giannis, Q. Like, I mean, they could beat them with no Giannis.
Yeah, I thought the same thing about them beating Detroit without Cunningham, and they couldn't do it. So I really can't tell with this team.
Detroit is a team that what are they? Don't they got like 30, 40 something wins on the season?
I'm saying, but
you know what I'm saying? It's a winning team, though, man. They got winning attributes and winning habits.
How many times you
Milwaukee don't have that?
The Pelicans play a team that they were supposed to beat, they lost to.
Oh, that happens all the time. But I'm just saying that they can. There's a lot of they can wins, on that run. Like they definitely could have beat Philly. They played
all
Milwaukee
your cans
twice.
is cans of hopium, bro. That's all you got.
That ain't cans.
They got cans.
You should know yourself because when you bag them up, you bag that shit up in Ziplocs and all that. You don't put it in cans.
I don't do none of the sort.
You don't put it in cans. You sell that shit by the gram, man. It's potent. You don't put it in cans. But realistically though, man, they play Milwaukee twice, in the span of 15 days or so. Then you got Sacramento in there. You get another shot at Philadelphia, minus your Golden States, your Minnesota, your Miamis, and they can beat Minnesota. I would think Golden State and Miami is automatically a wash. Then you go and you play Utah twice back to back, and Utah gonna be in full tank mode by that time. You got a lot of victories you can have in there just for the simple fact that a lot of these teams gonna start bowing out when you really start going down the schedule too, such as
so you're gonna get Sacramento. Wins by default?
Yeah, your Sacramentos, your Washingtons, your I don't know what Dallas mind frame gonna be. Maybe they bow out. You got the Clippers, who obviously probably shouldn't be bowing out. Who knows what Portland gonna look at things, moving forward, and Sacramento. Well, I already said them. So man, you got some wins in here, but they got some tough teams at the end of the schedule too, that could also be bowing out because they got things wrapped up. Like when you playing Detroit and Boston and Minnesota at the end of the season, all these type of teams that ain't playing for nothing no more because they already got their seed. You know what I mean? So I just want to see them get to at least 30-something wins, man. You got to get that draft stock up there to not have the best possible percentage of embarrassing yourself when we give away this pick. So,
well, we will see in a couple of days, DC, and see what road the Pelicans take, either the win or the loss road, man. We need more more wins than losses here, man. But I can tell you one thing that's positive for tonight. There's a lot of great boxing going on, man, right now.
Oh yeah, I'm glancing at it right now, man.
I'm watching
Ortiz, yeah,
Ortiz and Davis going on right now, and then in a little while we'll see Shakur against Teofimo Lopez.
Who you got, Q?
I got Shakur, man. I'm gonna go with Shakur on this one because I think
Timo. I got Timo, man. I think Timo can beat him.
He could beat him. You know, Teofimo's a smart fighter, man. He got a high.
He gonna finally get it. I think Shakur gonna get hit tonight and finally get challenged a little bit. He gonna get hurt a little bit. Timo gonna rock him.
I think he can
see what he do after that.
He can take a pillow sheet and fill it with cement, wait for it harden, and smack Shakur Stevens across the head where that won't affect him. I think he got it on his mind tonight. I think Teofimo, he's lost before. He lost to Cambosis. He got a little bit overconfident in that loss there, and it's a tough fight for him. To be honest with you, I give him credit for picking up the fight because it's a tough one. Shakur Stevens is hungry. He has all the physical attributes. He's a smart fighter, despite the fact that Tio talking about he's slow mentally. He gonna pay for that shit.
Tio told that man, say that man slow.
Told him that he ain't. He picks at him like that. But he said some disrespectful stuff in that press conference. You know, but I think a lot of people.
I think it's falling into
a lot of people
his
don't
hands.
Because him and his Paul too got some smart shit to say. So a lot of people don't like Teofimo because of
all that dancing and shit he was doing, But
attitude,
I think his game plan is to try to because Shakur is an excellent, defensive boxer, man, and he wants to get him out of that mind frame, and that's one of the reasons I think he can beat Shakur, because unlike a lot of other fighters, he can actually pressure him and make him fight back. And Teofimo has excellent stamina, man, and athleticism. He's pretty fast. So I think he can kind of put the fight in a place to where Shakur got to do a lot more fighting than just boxing, if you know what I'm saying. So
I think
it's going to be interesting, man.
I think Shakur got him across the board. Only thing Teofimo beating him on.
You don't think it'd be a fight at all? You think it's just going to be a just uncontested victory?
No, I don't think it'll be. I think it'll go the full round. I think it'll go the full fight.
You know that Shakur ain't no knockout artist.
He's not gonna knock him out. That'll go to full fight with the decision going to Shakur. So I mean, I think it'll be a tough fight, man. But we'll see. All right. So anyway, we're gonna get on up out of here. We appreciate y'all for listening at us, man. Tonight, y'all do us a service by hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to share the show on social media feed. PPR here representing the Flocking Nation, man. Hey, we'll be back next week. A couple of days from now for the Charlotte matchup on
Monday, right?
Yep, Monday night.
Hey, good. I ain't trying to do no damn show on Monday, girl.
There you go. All right, so with that being said, fam, listen, we're going to get out of here, man. Much love to y'all. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, and we'll hit you later. Much love. Peace. Go Pelicans.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network. For all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the final. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never. forever and never and never. Say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die. I'm a pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links